Greetings, fellow book lovers. It's time for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend. But first, I'm going to announce that this is my 800th book review video. Now, I've reviewed more than 800 books in my videos because my first videos that I did for YouTube and Facebook, I had often 2 or 3 books that I reviewed in the same video. But until some people started telling me they only wanted one, then I started doing one. But anyways, this is my 800th video, so I don't have any flashy graphics or any signs up behind me. But anyways, it's a pleasure getting to number 800. Who would have thought? And this book today is a special one, so it's kind of ironic that I'm doing this for the 800th because this is it's a legend. It is 100 Rules for Living to 100, An Optimist's Guide to a Happy Life by Dick Van Dyke. This is written with Tal McThenia. It is published by Grand Central. It retails for $29 in the United States, $39 in Canada, and it is 312 pages long. Dick Van Dyke is a legend. Just last night, I decided to watch one of his earliest movies starring him, Bye Bye Birdie, and he is a legend, an icon. His longevity is amazing because he's about to turn 100 years old, and he's still going strong. And he writes about he's been in Bye Bye Birdie, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Mary Poppins. He was on the Dick Van Dyke Show. Then he was in the new Dick Van Dyke Show. And then in the 90s, he was the star of Diagnosis Murder from 1993 to 2001. And in the book, he talks about, 100 ways and 100 different things. There's 100 chapters. They're not numbered, so I didn't count them, but I believe him. And he talks about his life. It hasn't been the easiest life. He talks in detail about his alcoholism. He's not afraid to confront it. He said it made him a horrible man, that he lashed out at people. He was angry. It's hard to envision, Dick Van Dyke getting angry because we've always seen him with a smile, but he talks about that was a part of his life. It's no longer a part of his life, drinking. And there are so many other aspects of his life. And he talks about his first chance for a big break with a partner by the name of Phil. They were supposed to be on Ed Sullivan's, not the Ed Sullivan Show, but a show that Ed Sullivan did called Talk of the Town in 1949. They had, they were a comedy duo, and they were supposed to have their debut. But Margaret Truman, who was Harry Truman's daughter, she was an operatic singer, so they gave her a spot on the show, and they were supposed to follow her, but she did an encore, and that took up their time, so they never got their big splash on TV in 1949. But that didn't matter because later in life he really showed what he had. And he also talks about the Fantastics, which was a barbershop quartet that he's still part of. He goes to the gym every day. He was on Days of Our Lives a couple of years ago, and he did receive an Emmy Award for his performance. He was only on for 5 or 6 shows, but still, he could really act. He has slowed down. He admits that. He has a cane when he walks. But he also has macular degeneration, which is really upsetting him, that it's robbing his opportunity to read books because he loves books. Now, there's so much more in the book that he talks about. He also talks about going to a high school that they were performing Bye Bye Birdie, and the school officials asked if he would come and talk to the children to give a little bit of his insight to them. And the kids were just absolutely shocked that Dick Van Dyke came to their high school. So anyways, you will love every page of this book. 100 Rules for Living to 100 is a classic, as is Dick Van Dyke. So this is a book that I highly recommend for my 800th video review. So hopefully you will purchase it, and you will let me know if you do agree with my review. So here's to, don't know if I'm going to make 800 more video reviews, but I thank those who've been around during my long run. The run is far from over. So anyways, until we meet again, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.